Coming up next on This Week in Torrance, we'll tell you why water conservation mandates are being lowered within city limits, and one person receives an educational scholarship in remembrance of the late Torrance Farmers Market manager. Plus, a 5-time Tony Award-winning musical will soon make its debut at the James Armstrong Theater. And do you have what it takes to take home the grand prize at the next South Bay's Got Talent event? These stories and much more are just seconds away. Your local news starts right now. Hello and welcome to This Week in Torrance. I'm Ben McCain. My co-anchor Jin Chun has the week off. Here are your top stories. Torrance police officers were in San Diego recently to remember fallen officer Jonathan De Guzman. Thousands of law enforcement officers from across the country attended De Guzman's funeral. Several Torrance police officers were at the service to pay their respects to the 43-year-old fallen officer, along with more than 4,000 who attended the public service. Guzman was shot multiple times at point-blank range during a pedestrian stop in a residential area. His partner, Wade Irwin, was also shot but survived. Torrance residents can now ease their water conservation efforts. The City Council unanimously approved lowering water conservation mandates to the baseline level after successfully proving that Torrance residents have enough water saved to serve locals for 3 more years. The state recently gave city leaders the power to come up with their own water rules if they passed a stress test. Data shows that snowpack levels are back to a normal 87%. Torrance water officials say that the current water conditions don't require elevated conservation goals, and they want to move forward with deactivating the Level 2 water supply shortage stage and reinstating the baseline permanent water conservation requirements. This would lift the ban on watering outdoors from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Watering only 2 days per week would also be lifted. Water duration would change from 10 minutes to 15 minutes. The time to fix leaks would be extended from 4 days to up to 15 days. In 2015, Governor Jerry Brown issued a statewide order that required implementation of mandatory water use restrictions throughout the state, which required an overall statewide reduction in water use by 25%. Now, despite the lowered mandate, city officials say to continue to be conservative with water use, as 55% of California still remains in a drought. The Torrance City Council reviewed a list of proposed projects that would benefit the community. Projects ranging from solar panels, electric vehicles, and hybrid buses, to name a few, were recommended to City Council before being submitted to the South Coast Air Quality Management District for consideration. Approximately $2.77 million has been allocated to the Community Safety and Enhancement Project and Air Quality Improvements. The funds are a result of fines imposed against what used to be ExxonMobil. In April, the SCAQMD board allowed ExxonMobil to restart operations under specific conditions and also imposed fines. 50% of those fines were decided to be used towards benefiting the communities surrounding the refinery. Families of the Torrance Unified School District will soon find navigating online a much easier task. Thanks to a new partnership with PowerSchool, TUSD will replace the district's Student Information System, or SIS, offering an easier-to-use online tool for student enrollment and registration. With TUSD serving more than 24,000 students, this new comprehensive platform for school staff, teachers, and families to use will make managing attendance, assignments, grades, enrollment, and registration a much easier one. The intuitive functionality within the PowerSchool SIS provides school administrators, parents, and students instant visibility to assignments, scores, grades, comments, and progress toward each standard. PowerSchool provides district families with the ability to monitor student proficiency on standards and receive immediate, real-time alerts specific to their child, as well as improving efficiency throughout the district. Students in Torrance go back to school on Thursday, September 8th. Now it's your chance to shine and show off your talents.
Don't bring around a clattering on my parade.
The deadline to sign up for the next South Bay's Got Talent auditions are quickly approaching. If you want to participate, you're required to fill out an audition application and submit by August 15th. There are a variety of categories you can perform in, which include dance, music, magic, and even acting. The South Bay's Got Talent event is a partnership with the City of Torrance and the Torrance Cultural Arts Foundation. If you would like to sign up, head to torrancearts.org. A lucky college student received a scholarship at the Torrance Farmers Market recently.
The procedure for awarding the Mary Lou Memorial Scholarship. This is our third year, and really looking forward to awarding the winner, Lenny Ventura.
A $1,000 Mary Lou Weiss Memorial Scholarship was given to, as you just heard, Lenny Ventura from Lawndale. The scholarship is named after the late Torrance Farmers Market manager, Mary Lou Weiss, who died of a heart attack in 2013. Weiss was on the forefront of transforming the Torrance Farmers Market into what it is today, and also spearheaded the expansion of the market to twice a week. Since her passing, every year her family awards a scholarship to a student who has a tie to a farmer, vendor, or the farmer's market. This year, candidates had to write a 500-word essay with 5 reasons why the farmer's market is beneficial to the community. Ventura, a UC Santa Cruz senior, was selected because of her extensive research and her deep understanding of the farmer's market. She talked about positive environmental impacts and how it helps low-income communities.
I wasn't sure if I was going to win or not. I was talking to Jim during the week, and he was just asking me, what's your major? What are you involved in? And I was explaining to him, I'm involved in, I love environmental studies. I am really into animal ecology. I love conservation, restoration work.
My sons, of which we had 2, one of them came up with the idea that to honor Mary Lou, we could do a scholarship for the young people here at the market. Mary Lou knew a lot of the young people, knew them as babies, knew them while they were still in the womb, and was always interested in their well-being and with them going forward.
Each spring, Jim Weiss hands out flyers to promote the scholarship and hopes more people will apply for it in the future. Mary Lou Weiss also oversaw 250 community gardens at Torrance's Columbia and Lago Seco parks. The essay was judged by 2 school teachers who are also Weiss's relatives. With summer in full swing, community members will now have extra time to explore a treasure in the city. The Torrance Historical Museum recently announced they will extend their museum hours every Thursday until 8 p.m. through the end of August. They are calling it Late Night Thursday and have special guests lined up. You'll have the chance to watch the city's centennial DVD of Louis Zamperini playing along with a clip of when Zamperini won the 1934 Southern California Track and Field Championship. By popular demand, Mike the Map Man will also debut at the Torrance Historical Society and Museum. He will showcase decades worth of maps from the historic map archives. The museum is located at 1345 Post Avenue. If you would like more information, you can call the museum at 310-328-5392. Still ahead, exchange students from Kashiwa, Japan arrive in Torrance. We'll tell you what they've been up to, but first, here's a look at the weather outside.
I am a veteran, and my victory was finding the strength to be a champion.
I am a veteran. My victory is having a job I can be proud of.
America's veterans are on their most important tour, the tour of their lives.
My victory was finishing my education.
Mine is proving a disability is not a limitation.
At DAV, we're on a mission to help veterans get the benefits they've earned.
My victory is having my new battle buddy.
As veterans face their challenges, DAV is there to help for victories great and small.
I'm a veteran, and my victory is getting the help I needed to put my life back together.
DAV offers veterans of all generations a lifetime of support.
I'm a veteran. My victory is being there for my family.
When America's veterans win, we all win. Help us support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Torrance's unique cultural exchange program brings a new group of students to the city each year. Now, this year, after some flight delays due to Delta Airlines technical difficulties, the 8 Kashiwa exchange students and 1 adult leader finally arrived at Los Angeles International Airport. After resting up, guests got to visit the Torrance Art Museum, toured the Torrance Bakery, and even had a chili cook-off and square dance party. Every year, the Torrance Sister City Association shares the American culture With Kashiwa students, they get to stay with 2 host families during their 18-day trip. An exciting itinerary is planned during their stay, including a trip to the beach, the Getty Museum, Hollywood Bowl, local amusement parks, and much more. The student exchange program has been going on since 1973. President Dwight D. Eisenhower inaugurated the Sister Cities program in 1956 to promote world peace through people-to-people connections. Students from Torrance also get to travel abroad to Kashiwa each year. We will follow the exchange students' journey here in Torrance and bring you the latest. Jespa Awoma from Cameroon, Africa, takes another step towards his recovery. Awoma was brought to Torrance for reconstructive surgery on his burn wounds. The nonprofit organization Plant a Seed, the Children's Burn Foundation, and Torrance Memorial Medical Center have all played a role in making his journey successful. Most recently, Awoma received tattoos on his face to make sure the light spots match his skin. Jespa also went surfing for the first time with other kids from the Children's Burn Foundation. If you would like to support Jespa's recovery, you can donate to childburn.org. A sold-out summer event had locals taking a walk through history.
Right there where Bank of America is, this is what was there. Star Department Store.
Janet Payne and Debbie Hayes from the Torrance Historical Society gave a tour of some of the hippest restaurants in downtown Torrance while sharing each one's history. The 5th annual Summer Stroll has been a popular event in Old Torrance. The group of attendees get a chance to stop and learn the building's history of where the restaurant is located and then get to taste what they have to offer. Stops included the Red Car Brewery, Tortilla Cantina, Cash Cafe, and the Depot, to name just a few. While many businesses have come and gone, the buildings still have a story to tell.
We walk from one location to the other, and before we go in one of the over half dozen stops, we give a little history about that little area or the place that we're going in, and we show them some old black and white photos. We hold them up, and they get excited.
The event was a fundraiser for the museum. They're located at 1345 Post Avenue in downtown Torrance. The Torrance Rose Float Association got into the Hawaiian spirit at the Ken Miller Recreation Center. From hula dancers to local city officials also getting into the Hawaiian spirit, the Torrance Rose Float Association Luau offered entertainment to locals. Besides a great feast, attendees supported the association by participating in silent auctions. One item up for bid was a ride on the Torrance Rose Float. Come January 2nd, the volunteer-run organization is already selling tickets for the 2017 Rose Parade. These include reserved grandstand seating and bus transportation from Torrance. For more information, go to torrancerosefloat.org. And speaking of the Rose Parade, the 2017 Torrance Rose Float is already getting worked on. This recent picture shows a dragon mounted on the parade float. Next year's float design features ladies and knights defending their fortress from a 16-foot winged dragon. It represents the Echoes of Success theme. The design is unique because it was created by a Torrance student. The Rose Float Association teamed up with the Torrance Unified School District to encourage youth participation. They picked the entry from dozens of drawings. The Torrance Rose Float Association has partnered with Fiesta Float since 1997. The Torrance Rose Float will make its way down Colorado Boulevard and the streets of Pasadena during the 128th Tournament of Roses Parade on Monday, January 2nd. Traditionally, the parade takes place on the 1st of the new year unless it falls on a Sunday. A 5-time award-winning musical put on by the Torrance Theater Company is gearing up for performances at the James Armstrong Theater. For the first time, the cast of the Drowsy Chaperones sang their musical numbers with the orchestra, getting ready for their first performance. The set was also built, and the stage set for the big debut, The Drowsy Chaperone, is a musical within a comedy. The show starts with a man in a chair who appears on stage and puts on his favorite record, which is a cast recording of a fictitious 1928 musical. It showcases a parody of Golden Age musicals. The cast has been practicing for 7 weeks and will perform multiple shows.
All of us that are in the 1920s musical portion of it, I mean, we're on a record. So he lifts the hand off the record, we stop. Puts it back on, we go back into action.
I love it. The Armstrong is like a second home now. This is my 23rd production with TTC, and I really count it a blessing to be able to perform in this beautiful theater. And I'm a community member and have lived here all my life.
Performers say the 500-seat theater has an orchestra pit, which is unique. All performers are volunteers and share a common passion. The Torrance Theater Company is a rare gem in the city. It is a program of the Cultural Service Division of the Torrance Community Services Department. This performance will mark the 18th year the Torrance Theater Company has put on a musical at the James Armstrong Theater. For showtimes and tickets, you can go to torranceca.gov. The excitement for many is drawing near as Del Amo Fashion Center announced dates of its newest restaurants to open. Los Angeles' famous Pink's Hot Dogs will open shop here in Torrance the first week of September. It will be located between Panda Express and Sbarro. And Din Tai Fung, a popular Chinese dumpling house, is scheduled to open on the second floor of the luxury court in the Del Amo Fashion Center by mid-November. Providence Little Company of Mary Medical Center is working with an organization called Food Finders, Inc. to make sure none of the food at the hospital goes to waste. Here's Jesse Pierre with more on the story.
Besides overseeing the day-to-day food and nutrition operations at Providence Little Company of Mary Medical Center, Director Tom Harney has his hands full with a new program.
No, it's a partnership between Little Company of Mary and Food Finders, and it's a community project to donate our surplus food back to the community in which we live.
For over 6 weeks now, Harney and his staff have donated all of their excess food to those in need.
There's such a need, and we're a faith-based organization, and to care for the poor and vulnerable is our mission, and this ties right into it. And so it just sort of like started, and then all the food service workers have now become food finders.
It feels good, but it feels a lot better to have all these people behind me caring for all the people. Our GM, our retail manager, everybody involved in the program.
Each staff member is doing their part to make sure that the extra food is stored properly.
In all capacities, whether it's in the cafeteria or in catering or the gentleman that stocks the floors, wherever we have surplus food, they all take it and on a daily basis, and we put it in a certain area in the kitchen, and we label it for Food Finders.
And 3 days a week, a local organization like Bridges to Home comes and picks it up.
Well, Bridges to Home is an organization that services the needs of those who suffer with developmental disabilities, as well as troubled youth.
Receiving all of this food is one of the many highlights for the residents and staff.
Oh, the food from the hospital, I've been enjoying it a lot. I actually love it more than the food that gets made up in this house.
That's awesome. They are completely impacted. They look forward to it. They consistently let me know, Drew, we love the food, it's great.
Although it has only been a few weeks, Harney says he is glad to be part of such a wonderful program.
Is such a calling, and to all of us here as caregivers want to benefit the community, and that's what the sisters started. And so to be able to bring a program full circle in the community and have a staff that supports me and it's overwhelming. It's really.
Harney hopes to see the Food Finders program grow at the hospital, donate to more facilities, and continue to work towards limiting the amount of food that goes to waste. For Torrance CitiCABLE, I'm Jesse Pierre.
Thanks, Jesse. Food Finders was founded in 1989, and since then, more than 270 agencies have partnered together in an effort to help eliminate food waste. The Torrance Police Department is looking for suspects that may have ties to multiple ATM skimming incidents. Police found these ATM skimmer units at ATM machines at 3 Torrance 7-Eleven locations between early June and late July. Numerous victims have since reported fraud on their credit cards after using these ATM machines. Skimming is a way for suspects to steal identities. Thieves use hidden electronic devices to take personal information stored on your card and record your PIN number. Victims, not knowing it's a skimmer, slide their card into the counterfeit reader, which scans and stores all the information on the magnetic strip. If you have any related information, contact the Torrance Police Department at 310-618-5570. Still ahead, some great events happening this month, but first, here's a look at the 5-day forecast.
This is the city where danger lurks. Today, a new creature walks among us, terrorizing innocent citizens. They prowl the streets alone and in packs, causing mayhem, destruction, and carnage. Warning. Until this threat can be contained, we must all be on the lookout for the dreaded digital deadwalkers. They're not looking out for you.
Dude! Engage!
A public service safety message from the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons, who want to keep everyone well connected.
Sorry.
With strong, healthy bones.
Welcome back. Here are some upcoming events happening this month. On August 15th, the Tonga Friendship Society hosts an all-day annual festival from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. The free family event will take place at the Torino Festival Plaza at the Torrance Cultural Arts Center. There will be entertainment from the Tongan culture. For more information, you can go to tdsca.org. And the Torrance South Bay YMCA is hosting a health screening event to test your blood sugar. It can help determine if you are pre-diabetic. The screenings are offered throughout the day for free. To schedule an appointment, you can call 310-602-4905. Then the South Bay Entrepreneurial Center will host its monthly Pitch Night, where entrepreneurs can stop by to pitch their company to venture capital partners. You must make an appointment, as no walk-ins are accepted. Well, that does it for us on This Week in Torrance. I'm Ben McCain. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.